The African Democratic Congress has warned of fraudulent websites falsely offering party membership registration. The National Publicity Secretary Bolaji Abdullahi clarified that no official public online registration link has been launched. Last week, the party inaugurated a 20-member committee to overhaul its membership base. The team includes prominent figures like Aisha Yusufu, Kashim Imam, and Gbadebo Rhodes-Vivour. Officials emphasized that the legitimate registration platform is still under development, while insisting that the party will never request payment, BVNs, or PVC details through unofficial social media links or WhatsApp. The party urged members of the public to ignore suspicious links and wait for formal announcements. The ADC says it is actively tracking these fake accounts to protect its integrity and public data. Well, we have the spokesperson of the African Democratic Congress in the studio, Mr. Bolaji Abdullahi, who was a former Minister of Youth and Development and also former Minister of Sports under the Goodluck Jonathan administration. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, man.
I'm sure you're very happy that Nigeria is doing well in Morocco right now, the Super Eagles.
Yeah, I'm quite excited and really optimistic.
I know it's not what you came here for, but what do you think will happen tomorrow? Nigeria over Morocco?
I'm confident. You see, it's when I remember 2013 when I led the team to South Africa. 2013, the last time we won it. No one gave us a chance against Cote d'Ivoire, but we won.
Okay.
So this time around as well, people are thinking, oh, home advantage, but I'm confident that Super Eagles will win tomorrow.
Okay. But just before we bring on Mr. Abdullahi, let's look at what's going on in the African Democratic Congress. A lot of people are concerned that a viable alternative that they say they are may not be what it is. But hey, Nigeria's political scene has shifted sharply, with ADC now standing, as I say, main home of a united opposition ahead of 2027. The party has brought together major figures like Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar, and Nasir El-Rufai, forming a strong third force. This push is backed by a new leadership lineup. Former Senate President David Mark as National Chairman, Rauf Aregbesola as National Secretary, and party founder Chief Ralph Nwosu as Chair of the Board of Trustees, with leaders such as Aminu Tambuwal and Eyine Abaribe joining in. The ADC has grown beyond a single party into a broad reform-minded coalition. But there are other concerns. Progress hasn't come without trouble. Some members are in court seeking redress, and the party is quietly dealing with serious legal challenges. In Abuja, suit 1328/2025 is attempting to remove David Mark on constitutional grounds, while former Deputy Chairman Nafiu Bala Gombe is fighting a rival claim for control. On top of that, former lawmakers have filed a case arguing that the ADC should be deregistered for failing to meet constitutional benchmarks. From leadership battles in the capital to a breakdown at the state level in Kebbi, the ADC's rapid rise is now being tested by legal landmines that could affect its 2027 ambitions. Mr. Abdullahi, is there hope for the ADC?
What do you mean?
No, I want us to start from that angle of the landmines before the party. A former deputy national chairman, Nafiu Gombe, is in court asking that this leadership as is now should not be, because the constitution does not allow that. The constitution of the party says that you have to be at least a member of the party for a while before you can be a leader, hold any position. Is that not so?
It is not so, and this individual you mentioned knows very well that it is not so. And I'll give you one example. The presidential candidate of the party in the last election, Dumebika Chukwu, how old was he in the party before he was given tickets to run in as a presidential candidate of that party? Only a few months. Why? Because the constitution of the party was amended. That aspect of the constitution that says you must spend 2 years in the party before you are able to hold a position or you are able to contest election on the platform of the party was amended to accommodate people like Dumebika Chukwu to contest election. Of course, even before we even got it. Actually, before we even got it. Yeah, that's before the coalition even got it.
Okay.
You know. So, and the premise of our coming in was, one, the ratification of that amendment by the National Executive Committee of the party on July 30, I think, in Abuja here, in the full presence of INEC officials, two decisions were ratified. One, the amendment of the Constitution to allow people who have not spent up to 2 years in the party to take executive position. The second element is that if a member of the party, if an officer of the party resigns, he can only be replaced by another officer from his or her geopolitical zone. That was also amended. So it was on the basis of that ratification at the NEC meeting in the presence of INEC that INEC recognized the David Mark-led executive. So you see, people like this who are going around shopping for injunctions are definitely the same people, the agents of the same people that want to ensure that Nigerians don't have options come 2027.
Okay, but just 1 second. When you say ratification by the National Executive Council, is it not true, or is it not part of the Constitution that ratification can only be done by a convention? Has there been a convention?
No. The constitutions, there's no, if you read the Constitution of ADC, every single decision that can be taken by the convention can be taken by NEC, pending the next convention. And normally, the convention is 4 years. So the party will envisage that you won't keep decisions pending for next 4 years. So every decision that can be taken by the convention can be taken by NEC, right? Pending the next convention. Just like any decision that can be taken by NEC can be taken by the NWC pending the next NEC
meeting.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I said, there's no case here. Without prejudice to what is going on in court, or there's no case here.
No case
and
whatsoever.
They know.
And the former lawmakers that are wanting the party deregistered for not winning, they said did not won the number of seats that they're supposed to, according to them, going by the electoral act.
You see, at least, what does the law say? You must win at least one House of Assembly. We won one House of Representatives. This guy from Kogi, even though he's expelled from the party now, but at the time of the election, we won one House of Representatives. And if you say ignore that, how many senators do we have now? How many House of Representatives do we have now? So you see, these are frivolous, they are groundless claims. And all these things is us to continue to heckle us, to continue to distract us, so that we are not focused on the task that we ought to focus on. But we know better, and that's why we don't bother with that.
But are you not also concerned? I know we're talking about the membership situation, the online membership thing, but are you guys not concerned that you're carrying too much weight? I mean, you have almost all the big wigs who are not in the APC with the ADC right now. ADC, rhyme skill. Are you not concerned that when you approach elections during the primaries, there's going to be chaos in your party? Because who would step down for the other?
We don't see any chaos, and you see chaos because you assume that this issue can only be resolved by somebody stepping down for another. Not necessarily so. Of course, the best case scenario for any political party is to be able to engineer a consensus where people can say, okay, I agree to play this role other than this role. But when you are not able to engineer that consensus, the easy way out is to organize a free, fair, credible, and transparent primaries. And like we have repeatedly told ourselves in ADC leadership, if we cannot guarantee a truly democratic internal democracy, then we have no business complaining about INEC. That was the first thing we told ourselves, that every single individual who will wish to contest election on the platform of ADC, we want that individual to be instinctively confident that the process will be free, fair, and transparent.
That having done their homework, they can walk in there and
they can walk in and contest and let the best emerge. And whoever emerges, the party will back. And like I said in another space yesterday or so, we are lucky to have someone the caliber of and moral stature of His Excellency David Mark as the chairman leading the party at this time. Because he's a man of authority. When I say authority, I mean moral authority and moral credential that everybody believes in, that when he says this is the way it must go, and that's the way it's going to go.
Okay, let's come back to this matter of the membership situation. You're reaching out. Practically every other party, I mean, the ruling party is doing e-registration and asking for certain credentials. And now you're saying that you didn't put out any link. Is it that you're not interested in e-registration?
No, that's not so. If you recall, few hours after we joined the coalition in July last year, the website of the party actually crashed because of the upsurge of people trying to register online. Then we stopped it and re-fortified the website.
Okay, can you just hold your thoughts? We'll go on a quick break. We'll come back. We'll pick up from the website crashing and what's going to look like. Do stay with us. In a moment, we'll be back. Welcome back. We still have the spokesperson and former Minister of Youth and former Minister of Sport, Mr. Bolaji Abdullahi of the All African Democratic Congress. Don't shoot me, yes. No. We still have him in the studio.
I want to bring out my gun and say, how dare you?
Okay, so you were talking about a website crashing.
Yeah.
You had a surge of people seeking information, so your website crashed, and you're working on that.
Yes, yeah. So when Mr. Celeste Peter Obi joined in December, the last day of December, so many people who were with him also came on, and that created another influx. So I think people who create content and people who do all kind of things saw an opportunity, and they began to. We noticed suspicious links asking people to go to register, taking advantage. So we had to quickly shut it down. And in doing so, we're saying that we're rebuilding our platform and we're going to release it very soon in a way that is safe and secure for everybody who is willing to register. The website was designed before we joined the coalition. The website was designed in a small party, but the kind of pressure on it now is so much that I had a meeting with the website people last week, and they tell me that on a single day they get up to 5,000 inquiries. People want to join the ADC, so the system was not designed for that. So we are trying to rebuild it, and when that happens, of course, the physical registration will go on, and like you said. We realize that as a political party, we have to learn to crawl, walk, jump, and fly at the same time because time is against us. We don't have time. So we are doing this many things at the same time. Well, we are confident that we'll get there.
Okay. Just before we let you go, I mean, you're now like the main opposition in the country. I mean, the most stable, what? If I may use that.
The only option, actually, the last man standing.
Well, okay, there's still the PDP. There's the other opposition parties. You were a member of the PDP, but now you're in ADC. So let's look at what's your word? What do you think about the state of the nation right now? The level of insecurity in Benue, Kogi, it's.
I'm glad you are asking this question because it's away from politics. It's about the existential threat that all of us face. Last week in Abuja here, a female lawyer was killed. Then a few days after, another nurse was killed. But the man who is in charge of FCT is busy in rivers fomenting trouble. So this government has a way of abandoning their duty post when it matters most. A few days back, before a few weeks ago, when President Donald Trump issued that threat about, you saw our government went into hyperactivity, announcing this, announcing that for the headlines, withdrawing policemen, and declaring the state of emergency on security. But we said at the time, just mere headline-grabbing moves. Because which president will declare a state of emergency on security and abandon the country and go on holiday? I mean, it's almost unthinkable. It's only in Nigeria that it can happen. So we are saying that this government is not, look at government in Katsina. I don't blame the governor in Katsina. They say he's doing deals with bandits because the poor man has been abandoned to his own devices. He's now swapping prisoners with kidnapped victims and doing deals with them. So the whole thing is a mess, and you don't even know. So what we see all the time is motion. We are, as a country, we seem to be getting inured to this, that we are no longer outraged by the calamity that is going on under our very nose. I mean, you just talked about Benue. Okay, 5, 6 people killed. We now find ourselves saying, okay, there are not more than 5 people. How did we get here? How did we get here as a country?
I'm afraid we'll have to leave it at that point in time. Thank you so much, Mr. Bolaji Abdullahi, spokesperson of the African Democratic Congress, former Minister of Youth and former Minister of Sports. Thank you for coming in this evening.
Thank you very much.
We hope we can bring you back again real soon.
I will be happy to be my pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.